You are worthy of a life that fulfills you. You are meant to pursue your fulfillment, and you are not meant to settle for mediocrity in any way, shape, or form. So today's Spirit's got a message for those of you who are moving out of that, moving out of settling, and stepping into fulfilling your heart's inner desires to enjoy your life. And there's definitely a process to transitioning into that kind of lifestyle and that kind of way of being. It can be particularly challenging if we're starting in kind of something that we're not really enjoying so much, and we've been shoulding ourselves and living according to limited ideas of how we can get by if we're coming from a survival mindset. So this message is for those who are breaking out of this kind of survivor, mediocre, gotta settle and get by lifestyle and mindset. Spirit's saying also there's another message coming in here. I pulled up 2 cards from the Abundant Attraction deck that partnering with other like-minded people is also part of your journey. And sometimes when we're pursuing our own joy, it helps to kind of team up with like-minded people, or even to get into conversation with them. Find your own, obviously follow your own discernment and your own intuition. There's different ways to meet people. And Spirit's reminding me about my own personal experience with when I've shared this in another video, how I manifested or rendezvous with destiny and immediately got together with somebody, and we were live-in partners for like a year and a half. It was not all roses towards the end, but it was a really good relationship overall, and it was a magical meeting. And I kind of got to jump through all those hoops where you have to go to dating sites and all that stuff. The thing is I just imagined myself to be in that relationship, and I didn't do a thing on the outside. Actually, this was completely a vibrational thing, and I literally outpictured my inner world. It was crazy. I mean, Spirit and the co-creation kind of filled in the other ends of it, like what the person looked like and all the things, but they checked all my boxes, which was pretty amazing. So at the very least, Spirit's saying today, you don't actually have to make the moves on the outside. We've talked a lot about in other videos. My guides in particular really like to talk about taking action from a very heightened state of being and identity and that version of ourselves. When we make moves from that kind of very receptive state or kind of divine masculine moving forward state, letting life move through us, we're going to get really good results. But the way to get that is to follow our passions. So we've heard, like follow our bliss, follow our excitement. And Spirit's saying the reason that's so important is because that puts us in a high frequency. It puts us in a receptive state of being, a flowy state of being. And when we do that, we are now moving along a trajectory. It's almost like we move to another state of being. We're like in a different, they're showing me like a jet stream right now. It's like being in a jet stream. It's being in the Tao. That's the language that my guides like to use a lot. When you are doing what you like and following your joy, it's just a really easy place to put your focus in a nice vibration. They're showing me now like we're kind of toroidal generators, and like most humans are very outside in, and it's by design, and there's nothing wrong with it. It definitely works of adjusting our outside in order to get results. Like our belief systems are very outside in, generally speaking. And Spirit saying, actually, it's really, if you really want to cut off all of those or cut out all that excess, you can just move from the inside out. And if you follow your joy or follow things in the order that feels flowy to you wherever possible, it's going to put you in a really nice non-resistant state. And from that state of being, you're on a trajectory where you can receive the opportunities and the information to make the next kind of step that is going to further your joy and lead you to the kind of reflection you want to see regularly. So for those of you who are already enjoying your fulfilling, satisfying reflection, this is a confirmation that you've been doing this. And for those of us who are maybe looking to improve our reflection, they're saying the way to get there, it's a windier path. It's following your joy. The other way you can be is really proactive and just get really coherent inside and focused. And they're also saying you don't have to do it alone. Keep your eye out for people to partner with and other people of like-minded to have fun with. I'm feeling a bit sheepish here because I'm really a little bit like beat to my own drum. But in the past, some of my biggest projects all came together because I was collaborating. It's really pretty fantastic. Actually, if you want, you can go check them out on my other channel. M Caravel, at M Caravel, like it's my initials and my last name, where I have my album and I have these really amazing music videos. We have like fire spinners and all sorts of cool like theatrics, and there's a Charlie Chaplin kind of music style video in there, and it's all original music, and it was amazing, and it was all done by collaborations in the amazing community that surrounded me when I lived in SoCal. Everybody came, and I was like, hey, there's burritos and beverages, come on down. And I directed, and I had some really great partners to help me, and we created some really, about a dozen super original, amazing music videos. And that happened because followed my joy. I ain't gonna lie, there were parts of it that were really challenging. It really actually like stopped becoming fun when I got too much into the marketing. So it's kind of like, I use the formula that Bashar has mentioned. I took my enjoyment as far as I could take it, and then I just moved on to the next thing. That was about as fun as it was for me, the collaborations and all that beautiful stuff. So, Spirit saying, don't settle. Don't settle. You are going to be rewarded for following your heart. It's lined up for you. It's part of your destiny. And keep an eye out for those positive partnerships and like-minded people who are going to help you along the way. Sometimes it's the helping hand. Sometimes the reflection in the mirror, the person that we're linking with, is actually like part of our throughway to the next set of experiences that we're having. If you enjoyed this message, please share your beautiful energy and like, subscribe, share, and comment. It really means a lot. We're a growing channel here. I'm diving into metaphysics, manifesting, mysticism, and the nature of reality. And if you're interested in coaching Akashic record readings, which are intuitive readings that are question answer based, you ask me a series of questions. I will go into your records and I will download the answers that are appropriate for you right now. Thanks so much for tuning in, and see you in the next message.